Hey everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. The video you're about to watch was previously recorded on Facebook Live. So if I'm talking to names that you're not seeing, that would be why. We're doing a very quick and easy backdrop or base coat for kindness rocks. This is one that you can whip up a bunch of rocks quickly. It's kind of a fun blended watercolor kind of look to it. We're using acrylic paints, and this is something anybody can accomplish, and you can use any color combination you like. So enjoy the live. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming rock painting inspiration. Hello everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. I am going to let this go for just a second. I've got it kind of close. I'm going to try to do this as overhead as possible so you can check out this really fast and easy way that you can base coat your rocks for kindness rocks. We're doing kindness rocks all month here on the Facebook page, and this is really fast and really easy way to base coat them. Now I'm going to show you on two different rocks. Not everybody has flat white rocks. I think the color really is bright on these, but I didn't have any white base coated rocks to show you on, so I kind of want to show you the difference. It does still look really pretty. It's a little bit of a watercolor look to it when it dries, but the colors fade and blend together really well, and it gives it a really unique backdrop that you can easily do for kindness rocks, and you can base coat a whole bunch of them really fast and easy. So hello everybody, come in. Hello Melissa, hello Nancy, hi Leslie. Feel free to say hi in the comments. I can kind of see most of them as they go by. If you're ever watching the video though and the comments are in the way, which I know can happen from time to time, you can swipe. It's either left, I think, on iPhones. I think it's up on Androids. But if you swipe one way or the other, the comments will go away if they're in the way. So I have these. You can go all the way up to as many colors as you want. So I have this rainbow one here that I did this morning. So I'm going to put this off to the side a little bit. We're going to do this color combination here on two rocks. So again, depending on the kind of rocks, this is a darker rock. It was not base coated at all. And I did the same thing on top. So if you don't have white rocks, it's okay. You can do this on a colored rock. It's just a little opaque, but for kindness rocks, I think it's pretty. It's almost like a watercolor look. So I'm gonna move these off to the side here, out of the way. All right. So you need to pick the colors you want to use. I'm going to use these same bright colors. I love this combination. You also need some yarn. Okay, you want a piece of yarn that is past the width of your rock. And then I've got a little bit of water here in a bowl. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to get my yarn wet. Here, I'm just going to dunk it in my water, get it saturated, and then I'm going to basically wring all of it back off. Pinch at the top and squeeze the rest of the water out, like so. And then I'm just going to place this off to the side so it does dry a little bit. You don't want it dripping wet because you'll remove too much paint. Now I'm going to do this rock here first. Now I think you can kind of plan what you're going to put on your rock. I want to do a bunch that say this, rise and shine. I really like how that looks. So I think I'm actually going to do it this way. Yellow at the bottom, so you can say shine, rise, and shine. So get your paints. You're going to put one little dot of paint of each of the colors you want to use. If you're only going to do two colors, you could do more paint. I'm just going to put them right and then across the center of my rock here. Squeezing really slow because oh, way too much paint. Hold on. So I'm going to squeeze my bottle and try to pick some of this back up. Kind of suction it back into my bottle maybe. The funs of lives. Well, this is going to have a very bright orange center. Maybe I can pull that off with a brush. That's a lot, you guys. I don't want to waste that much paint. Gotta love live. Let me find a rock here that I'm going to end up base coating all orange. So I'm going to take a good little chunk of this up because we don't need that much. And I'll base coat this rock orange later. There we go. All right, anyways, now we're gonna do a little dot of yellow. Okay. All right, now what we're gonna do is we are gonna just take our slightly damp like I said, if you're just joining, I got this wet and then I pinched and squeegeed off most of the water and then set it to the side. We're gonna spread a little bit with our fingers first. If you don't like to get messy, you could put gloves on, but I'm just gonna wiggle this up and down using a different finger each time, just to get it spread a little ways. And your fingers aren't gonna actually absorb paint. Okay, and then we're gonna take our damp thing and we're gonna go up and down. And you start just over the colors themselves, just to kind of get them to the edges, like so. You can grab that paint and just kind of move it back and forth. And then you can kind of alternate, like you can move up just a little bit and that will help blend those two colors there, like so. And then you can come down a little ways. Got a little bit of pink there off to the side. I got so much orange in the center of this, you guys. And then you can even tilt and just do the edge here so that you have it blend back into the edge color of the rock. Just like that. And that's it. That easy. And it will dry and it will kind of blend. It will look just like this one that's right up here. See how those kind of have the same look to them. So does let a little bit of the rock come through. So if you're just joining now, I did show it. This rock is a little darker than the one I'm about to do. See, this is actually like almost a darker gray style rock. But I do have a second rock here that's a little bit lighter. I'm gonna do one more on here so you can see, because if you don't have these flat whites, that's totally fine. It's still gonna be a little opaque because it is using a little bit of water, but you're not using very much paint. I'm trying, that one had a big glob of orange, but you try to just use a little dot of each paint. And I'm gonna use my same string, so I'll even have a little bit of paint on there that I will pull into the design. Now, if your string gets too murky, I guess you could say, if the colors blend too much, go ahead and get yourself a fresh string. I'm gonna wiggle my paint up and down here. But you'll even see, just because this rock, when it gets wet, will even have a different kind of color to it, but when it dries, it looks a little different. So we're gonna start up and down just to get the colors spread. I don't know if I have quite enough pink there, like so. And then we're gonna go a little bit higher and a little bit lower. And if your rock is moving too much, like mine is trying to spin on me, you could put it down with just a smidge of painter's tape. See, and this is why, all right, so this isn't completely flat. So this paint ended up over the edge a little too far, so I'm not even being able to grab it. So that's why our pink isn't really blending in. It's because it kind of went over that edge, so it's kind of hard to get it onto my string. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pink on there. There we go. I'm not pressing down really hard. If you press down too hard, you'll end up scraping the paint. You don't want to scrape all that paint off. But it's okay to see a little bit of your rock coming through because it looks really pretty when it dries. See, because this is like a dark one. And even when it dries, you get that beautiful fade. It's not gonna be quite as bright as if you're on a white base coat rock or a plain white rock, but it still will dry and give you this pretty gradient effect super fast. And you could sit and do a whole bunch of these in a row really fast and easy. And since we're doing Kindness Rock Month, it is, you know, essential, I guess you could say, to have some quick and easy base coating techniques. So I see that there is... yes, Sandra, you could use a sponge. You could even come in with a little paintbrush and get over the edges a little bit, but I don't mind having the edges exposed on this style of rock because I'm just going to either I'll finish it with a lining or I'll just have my words go right over the edge or right to the edge, and then I'll just finish it with a nice clear coat before that I hide them out. When I'm doing batches of Kindness Rocks, I try not to overdo them too much because you're just going to do a bunch and hide them around. So one other thing, would the effect work the same on a black coated rock? Because you're using the water, the colors will probably, they're a little opaque. So if you're on a black rock, a lot of that darkness might come through. You could use white lettering when you're done, or you could do this in multiple coats. You could let the first coat dry and then maybe do a second coat if the color wasn't bright enough. But I don't think that your colors will be quite as bright and vibrant if you did do this on black. So this is the light for this week. Next week I'm going to do a couple quick and easy lettering style things. You can kind of see my doodles down here for doing these. My biggest advice for you with lettering is practice, practice, practice before you go to your rock. So thanks for everybody that joined in live and all the comments. I'll read through them in case I missed any of the questions later. You guys all have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.